friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Katie and this is Rouse Rising, my little place on the internet where I share with you holistic homemaking and made from scratch recipes. If you're into all that, click the subscribe button. I would love to have you a part of our Rouse Rising family. Today I have for you my biggest Azure Standard haul. I'm also going to go over calculating your storage for your bulk food. This means that I'm going to show you what these 50-pound bags of wheat fit into, as well as what my oatmeal, my 25-pound bag of oatmeal has fit into previously. So if you're curious about what you need to store your bulk foods, I'm going to go over all of that in today's video. But first, I'm going to share with you my month of April Azure Standard haul. And I'm going to be telling you all of the prices. Some of the prices have gone up a little bit, so I'm going to do a little bit of price comparing with what I got last month or in previous months compared to the cost of these items now. Just a few items, because some things I haven't gotten before. A lot of this stuff is new. So I'm excited to share with you all the new things that I picked up from Azure Standard to stock my pantry and prepare my family for potential food shortages. Now, I know the media can be terrifying and they love to tell us scary things. One of the things that they've been telling us lately is that we're gonna run out of food and people are gonna starve. So they love to scare us, don't they? How much truth is in that? I don't know, but I know that for me and my family, I've always wanted to be prepared with at least a month's supply of food, but now I feel compelled to stock my family up so that we have a full year supply of food. I'm not quite there yet, but little by little, every single month, I get as much as I can to set aside for those dark days that are being predicted. I'm not here to scare anybody into buying bulk food. I'm just urging you to prepare your homes and to set aside enough food so that you will be able to sustain your family during difficult times. The reason why I started purchasing from Azure Standard is because we are now a family of 7, and it takes a lot to feed 7 people, as I'm sure you can imagine. It made sense to me to start buying items in bulk so that I could get the largest quantity for the least amount of money for quality ingredients to prepare my meals with for my family. If you're not familiar with Azure Standard, it is a family-owned company based here in Moro, Oregon. I'm not in Moro, Oregon. They're up a little bit north, 5 hours north of here, but still fairly local to me. It's a family-owned business and they source quality foods and distribute them around the country. They have amazing prices on bulk food, and I started shopping there so that I could save money on grocery hauls for my family. I know that buying in bulk dry goods that'll last 25 or 50 years is gonna serve my family well. So that's why I've chosen to take the plunge into bulk food, purchasing, and storage. Without further ado, let's get into it, and I'm going to show you guys what I got from Azure Standard for this month of April in 2022. Let's start over here with this hard white wheat. They were out of hard red wheat. I had some in my order, they were sold out, but I did put in 2 50-pound bags of this hard white wheat because I know that this will make us a hearty loaf of bread if we need it. So the hard red wheat actually has more protein in it than hard white wheat. That's why so many people prefer the hard red wheat, because of its nutritional value. This still has a decent amount of protein. It's a great option to make bread with when you cannot get hard red wheat. However, it does have less protein. You do want to use hard wheat berries for your bread baking. This 100 pounds of wheat right here was $103.34. Each 50-pound bag was $51.67. That means that this hard white wheat came out to $1.03 per pound. Over here is the soft white wheat. This is wheat that's used for baking cakes and pastries, biscuits, that type of thing. So I grabbed a 50-pound bag of this and it was 67 cents per pound. So this was nearly 50 cents less than the hard white wheat. But again, this isn't going to have as much protein in it. It is going to be a softer wheat for a softer product. for this 25-pound bag of navy beans was $25.67. That comes out to $1.03 per pound. These are not organic beans. These are just, they're straight up navy beans. My kids love brown baked beans or baked brown beans. So I grabbed this as well as some molasses over there because I'm gonna start making our own brown beans. That way I know the exact ingredients that are in them and I can feed my kids a delicious, yummy, tasty treat. And I know that it's gonna be healthy for them. And click subscribe because I'm gonna show you guys how I make baked brown beans with those. And if you haven't already, check out my canning dry beans. I'm gonna link that up here. But when you watch that video, you're gonna learn how to can beans, save a ton of money, and have a delicious whole food on your pantry shelf for your family ready to go. I grabbed a 5-pound bag of active dry yeast, and this might last me a year. It was $4.22 a pound, or this 5-pound bag was $20.55. This whole yellow corn I got so that I can make our own fresh milled cornbread. I recently got a grain mill and I'm excited that I can make my own cornmeal for cornbread. I'll be able to make polenta and that kind of thing. If you've ever ground your own corn and made your own cornbread, let me know down in the comments below. Do you have a recipe that you love? Can you share that with the rest of us? We would love to know, what is your homemade, home milled cornbread recipe? I'd love to give that a try. This 25-pound bag was $17.59. That comes out to $56 a pound for organic whole yellow corn. This is an amazing deal and something that I know I can fill my family's belly in a pinch. Down here we got some white corn masa, because guess who's gonna attempt to make their own tortillas? Yep, you're right, this lady right here. I'm gonna attempt to make my own tortillas here soon. Stay tuned for that. This bag was $6.97 or $1.74 per pound for white corn masa. It is organic, non-GMO, so the best that I can get on the market right now. Compare your prices, see what you can get from Amazon. I'm not sure that they had an organic corn masa available, but for $1.74 a pound, you cannot beat that, I don't think. Also, this unbleached bread flour, you guys saw last month I got 3 10-pound bags of that. I still have some left, and the reason why I put this in my cart was just in case they didn't have these bags of wheat. I wanted to be sure that I had some organic flour for my bread making, so I grabbed another bag, and what do you know? I now have those, and I'm gonna have to use this before I crack into those, because this doesn't last as long. As you know, bread flour doesn't last as long. It needs to be used quicker, and these grains will last 25 to 50 years if they are stored correctly. So this is gonna be used in the next month or two for my bread baking. It was $1.05 a pound, and a 10-pound bag was $10.48 for bread flour, organic. Next, we have some beans. I wanted to get this Fiesta Medley end of days supply of beans because I figure the more color, the more variety, the more nutrition they are gonna have. So when I go to make my family a soup, I can throw a cup of beans in a bowl of water to soak, and then I can add those to my soup mix or whatever soup I am making. That's going to give my kids a variety of nutrients with all these different color of beans. This bag was $9.43 for 5 pounds. That's $1.89 per pound of mixed beans. I accidentally got the wrong mango, but that's okay. I believe this one has added sugar. It'll just be an extra sweet treat for us. It was $6.26 a pound. That is 5 pounds here for $30.55. These banana chips have been a favorite in our house. These are a yummy, yummy snack. So I grabbed the 1-pound bags. They have the 1-pound bags, and then I can't remember what the other size was. But I went ahead and grabbed these. 3 of these, they were $4.29 each, and that is a wholesome, nutritious snack for my kids. They love those. We have a peanut intolerant child in our home. So for her, we grabbed, she likes this natural sunflower butter. I've gotten her the organic before. She does not like it. I don't think it had any sweetener in it. I told her, hey, I'll add some sweetener to it. Let's get the organic. And she said, no, Mom, I won't eat it. So Okay, I've got to choose my battles, right? And so do you when it comes to feeding your family and your children. 6 of these was $35.47, making each one $5.91 a piece. So this will last us probably, let's see, I go through about one every week or every 2 weeks. So this will last us 6 to 12 weeks, depending on how many sandwiches I make her. Here we have all of our lentils, and I'm just going to go through them and show you the different prices so that you can get kind of an idea. The red lentils were the most expensive, even buying them in a 25-pound bag. I love adding these red lentils to my chili. They're an amazing addition to butternut squash soup, and they blend right up into the soup, giving you a delicious protein with your food. The red color just keeps your food looking pretty and lovely, and you don't want to eat like a brown soup. My kids don't want to anyway, so if I can keep the soup looking happy and orange with my butternut squash soup, that's what I'm going to do, and it's going to pump them up with some extra protein. So $2.02 a pound for this 25-pound bag. It came out to $50.72 for 25 pounds of lentils. In comparison, those were organic lentils. Let's be transparent here. And these green lentils were also organic, and for a 5-pound bag I spent $9.92 for 5 pounds. That's $1.98 per pound. And then the non-GMO but non-organic, end of day supply, that kind of thing. I wanted to go and get some cheaper ones to store in my Mylar bags when I get those for long-term food storage. So that's why I grabbed this 5-pound bag of non-organic, non-GMO brown lentils for $1.23 a pound. Obviously, out of the 3, this is the least expensive, the non-organic brown ones compared to the red ones. So $6.14 for a 5-pound bag. If you're on a budget, nothing wrong with getting delicious food at a discounted price. And even though it's not organic, you're still serving your family well, because you're going to prepare these in a way that's going to nourish them. And there's no shame in not buying organic everything 100% of the time. I'm here to tell you I'm not perfect. If you think that I am perfect, then you might be on the wrong channel, and I encourage you to look elsewhere for perfection, because you're not going to find it here. Okay, moving on, we grabbed these Gamma Seal lids for our 2-gallon buckets that I picked up from Walmart. When I looked on Amazon, for 3 of these lids was $40.97 for 3, whereas Azure has them for $17.01 for 3. That came out to $5.67 each for these 2-gallon Gamma Seal lids. These help keep pests and things out of your food. So I will link these down below for you. If you are interested in getting these, you can purchase them through Azure Standard, where the price is the best. Okay, right here we've got a gallon of old-fashioned molasses. This was $33.90. I got it for $8.47 a quart. And this right here, this was a quart. This was $7.78 for a quart of blackstrap molasses. Blackstrap molasses is cooked down a little bit more. It has a higher iron content. It's great for pregnant women, for breastfeeding mamas. It's just great to up your iron. If you're looking for a way to do that, then a tablespoon of blackstrap molasses a day is going to help you accomplish that. But the old-fashioned molasses was a little bit more expensive for a quart. For this bulk, like I said, it was $8.47 for a quart if you buy it in the gallon size. But I don't recall what it was if you didn't buy it in the gallon size. Obviously, it was a little bit more expensive. We also picked up 10 pounds of coffee. So for 10 pounds of coffee was $98.33. It comes in 2 big 5-pound bags like this. I realize now that buying coffee in bulk isn't that wise, because it loses flavor. Its freshness and stuff deteriorates pretty quickly within 3 months. So this is kind of I don't know what to say about my coffee purchase. I bought a lot of coffee and I have some coffee already, so I'm not sure I'm going to use this up in the next 3 months, but that's okay. We're going to do just fine with this. I'm going to figure out how to store it properly so I can make it last and be yummy and flavorful for the next however long we have this. I imagine we'll be using it up in the next 6 months or less, but for $9.89 for organic coffee, I thought that was pretty awesome. It is organic French roast. I think at our store it's over $10 per pound of coffee, so I am saving a little bit of money. Like I said, I think it's between $10 and $15 depending on what you get for a pound of organic coffee. Next over here, I loved this Country Save so much. I did not buy it in a big gigantic bulk container yet, but I didn't want to run out. I bought one last month and it's still nearly full, but I wanted some back stock to save. You know, I want to have things in this house so that I don't have to go to the grocery store for a few months. That is my goal, is to be filled up and stocked up so that, you know, if we need to stay home for a few months, we've got everything that we need. So $16.84 for 80 loads or 160 loads in a high efficiency. I love the way this has been working for our family. It has no scent. It's amazing. I love it. When I can find scent-free and it's not harmful to the environment and it does not come in plastic, it's in this nice box. The inside bag is plastic, but it beats those giant jugs of plastic laundry detergent that the other name brands come in. So great price on that. And then this was the honey. The honey was $3 more than the last time I purchased it. And I bought a gallon 3 months ago, but we got sick twice in those 3 months and we burned through that gallon of honey pretty quickly. This was $3 more than that gallon. So in 3 months, it went up $1 each month. I really like this raspberry blossom honey. I've gotten a few other honeys, but my husband, who is allergic to bees and he has a lot of allergies, he tried one of the other honeys and it really irritated his throat and his mouth, caused him a bit of an immune response. So he tried this raspberry blossom honey. It did not give him an issue. I believe the other one was clover honey, but the raspberry blossom honey actually worked really well for him. It did not cause any type of reaction, so he's able to eat that. So that's the one I'm gonna stick with. Down here, we got some chicken livers. If you're not eating liver in your diet, you are missing out and you are lacking in nutrients in your body. Liver is such an amazing, nutritious organ meat. Everybody should be eating it. You can make liver pate, which is a lot more tolerable to eat. I will link down below in this video's description my liver pate recipe. I use it for elk liver and beef liver, but you can use it for any liver. I'm just going to be frying up these livers in a pan for my family. They're going to be just delicious like that. It's a taste that we have grown accustomed to, so you have to find a way that you can tolerate liver and then keep eating it, and eventually you will develop a taste for it. If you're pregnant, if you're nursing, you need organ meats in your diet to replenish your body, to re-nourish you from all the depletion that happens growing a human. Okay, then back here, we did order this Landmark raw cheddar cheese again. It's not organic. I don't know if it's non-GMO or whatever, but I'm sure somebody's going to come at me down in the comments. How dare you feed your family non-organic dairy? I know, but it's okay. It was $2.68 for one of these. It was $5.36 a pound. So that is a great price for raw cheese. So for 10 pounds of raw cheese was $26.79. I got 2 boxes with these. I love that they're individually packaged already. This makes it easy for me. If you saw in one of my previous hauls, I got big blocks of cheese and I had to repackage them into smaller portions myself and for freezing, which we ended up going through the cheese before it would have gotten bad, so I really didn't even need to individually package it, but I like the convenience of this, and we've been enjoying the size of these. We like to slice our little pieces of cheese off of these blocks, and this system has worked better for us getting the cheese like this. So I can just throw these in the freezer if I need to. They freeze really well, they thaw really well. So yes, 10 pounds of that cheese. We did not go through all 10 pounds of the cheese that we got last month. I believe we still have about a pound left. So I'm slowly building up my freezer stash of cheeses. On that note, we grabbed this whole milk. Where can you find whole milk mozzarella cheese? I love getting whole milk because the extra fat in it for my family. Our children need fat for brain growth and development, and I want to make sure that I'm giving them nourishing, healthy fats. Again, not organic, again, not non-GMO, but that is okay because this is a beautiful 2 blocks of cheese. These 6 pounds each blocks of cheese were $23.51 per 6 pound block. So that breaks down to $3.92 per pound of mozzarella cheese. I'm going to be dividing these up. I'm going to shred some of it and freeze it. We're going to be using these for our homemade sourdough pizza. I thought this would save us a lot of money on frozen pizzas. We have made our own pizzas in the past, but since this most recent baby has been born, I have slowed down on my baking and things like that. I've just needed some simplicity with baby number 5, but my plan is to get back to making all of our own pizzas. Another recipe that I will leave linked in the description below if you want to see my sourdough pizza dough. It's good stuff. All right, you all, this is everything that I got from Azure Standard this month. And I am going to leave exactly how much I spent on this haul right across here. I was able to save money on this haul 2 different ways. One is sharing my Azure Standard link with friends and family. And when they purchase through Azure Standard, and when they meet the limit for purchase for their order, then I get a $25 credit on my account to use on future Azure purchases. Also, another reason why this month's cost was less is because I am an Azure Standard affiliate, meaning they give me a credit every month to use towards their products, and that helps my family out. All I have to do is share with you guys on YouTube exactly what my hauls are. So if you're looking to save money on your Azure Standard orders, be sure that you are sharing your personalized link with your friends and family. Also, if you're interested, you can apply to become an Azure Standard affiliate, and you can share your hauls on YouTube or other places on the internet, and they will give you a credit for that. So worth looking into. They actually reached out to me after I posted my first Azure Standard haul, and it was not amazing. I actually bonked my baby's head in that video, but that video wasn't the best, and they still reached out to me and offered me an affiliate. So if that's something that you are interested in, I would reach out to Azure Standard. They're really great to work with. I encourage you guys to start buying bulk foods for your family so that you can be prepared in case of a time when there isn't as much food available. So be sure to prepare your houses and your homes so that you can take care of your family. You might be thinking, Katie, buying in bulk is great, but where am I going to fit all this stuff? And there's a variety of places in your home that you can find to fit stuff. Under your bed, a closet full of stuff that you're not really using. You can, as long as these are moisture proof and pest proof, with your Gamma Seal lids, you can place these out in your garage. You can place them down in your crawl space. So you can find a place in your home for your bulk food. It just might take a little bit of rearranging. It might take some creativity for that to happen. A 25-pound bag of grain is going to fill your bucket up about 3/4 of the way. A 50-pound bag of grain is going to take up 1.5 5-gallon containers. So this is what the grain looks like. In my 2 5-gallon containers, I'm going to fill this up with the rest of the hard white wheat. So I'm going to have 100 pounds of hard white wheat, and it's going to take up 3 5-gallon buckets. So 50 pounds fills up 1.5 5-gallon buckets. So the next thing you would want to do is to place your Gamma Seal on. You're going to want to make sure that you really hammer this on here tight so that the seal, the waterproof, airproof seal is sealed really well. Of course, you want to have clean items, so you want to have clean lids, clean buckets for your storage. Also, I want to mention that when you are storing your bulk foods, before you store your bulk grains and flours, you must find a way to freeze them. If you have a small fridge freezer, you might have to do 1 bag at a time in there, but you need to freeze it for a few days, 3 days up to a week, so that you can kill all the bugs, pests, and larvae that are in your bags. All grains and all flours have pests in them, and if they sit for 6 months on the shelf, those eggs will hatch at an opportune time and infest your food stores. So you must be sure that you are freezing your grains and things prior to storing them so that you're killing off all the larvae, eggs, and bugs that are existing in your grain products. This will ensure that your food stays good for you for a long period of time. Okay. This is 100 pounds of wheat. Took up 3 5-gallon buckets. This is how much storage you would need for a 25-pound bag of oatmeal. You need 1 5-gallon bucket, a 1-gallon container, and a half-gallon container to hold a 25-pound bag of oatmeal. You could also do a 5-gallon bucket and a 2-gallon bucket for your 25-pound bag of oatmeal. Most of your 5-pound bags of beans are going to fit in a gallon bucket or a 2-gallon bucket. So for visualization purposes, this is a 5-pound bag of beans and this is a 2-gallon bucket. I know that a 5-pound bag of beans, most of your 5-pound bags of food from Azure Standard, they will fit in these 1-gallon containers. This is an old honey container that I washed out and put the oatmeal in, but you can fit your 5-pound bag of beans in these containers. The best option is going to be to use a 1-gallon container like this because your 5 pounds of beans are going to fit into this 1-gallon container. You can get these 1-gallon glass containers from Azure Standard. You can also be saving your honey and other liquid products that come in these containers. You can save these are 1-gallon containers, and you can store your 5 pounds of beans, lentils, whatever in those things. This is a 5-pound bag of lentils. It fills up about 1/3 of this bucket, this 2-gallon bucket, but a 5-pound bag of lentils is going to fit in this gallon jar just fine. Your 5 pounds of yeast, again, will fill up 1/3 of a 2-gallon bucket, but your 5-pound bags of yeast is going to fit perfectly in a 1-gallon container. I hope that you found this little bit of information valuable. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know that you like it. If you have any questions, send them down in the comments below and I will get back to you with answers as soon as I can. If you have any questions about how I'm storing these, I'll be sure to do a more lengthy video of my pantry storage and where I'm keeping all of my food. But for the meantime, I hope this gives you an idea of what you're going to need to store your bulk foods. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, you all. Bye! I'm pretty sure that's not why Mommy bought these buckets, Bobo. Those aren't for you to climb on. No, Dada didn't say it was okay either. What are you doing? No, you better get down from there. You better get down. How are you gonna get down? Uh-oh. Ah, you're stuck. Did you get stuck? Are you wedged? There we go.